Hey there guys. So this is the latest alarm that I see here, engine malfunction, engine operating at reduced output. So X5 has come up with something new now. I've seen it a couple of times now. Every time that I rev up the engine a little bit, I do see this come up and then it kind of goes away. But on the side, I think I'm also seeing reduced power. So it's not in the limp mode per se. I mean, I can still drive it at 100 miles if I wanted to, but it feels like there's definitely lack of power. So let's go ahead and start troubleshooting. All right, so the next step, I've actually connected my input software to read the error memory. So we're going to read what error codes do we see, and then um, go from there. So let's read the error memory. Alright, so we do see that I have this DME error 2C5C. So there's one error code stored there. Let's see if we have anything else. By the way, before I actually reset all my codes and drove my car again for like a couple of minutes and revved it up a little bit, just so that I could just focus on the actual alarm. So I think we found what the actual alarm is. So the next step would be to go and decode it, what alarm it is. So I'm checking the hex codes online at the BMW fault codes, and it seems like there are two possible issues that could happen. I think I have to nail down which one it is. One's the ECU, it's actually charging pressure control, and there was the oxygen sensor. Okay, so it feels like the alarm related to the pressure loss is probably the one that we need to work on. A little bit more research and shows that it's a pretty common failure on these N55 engines, but luckily it's not a big deal. It seems like this vacuum line that connects the pressure sensor with the actuator gate on the turbocharger kind of over time breaks, and then you lose the vacuum. So I'm going to order this one and we're going to replace it, but I'm also going to show you one symptom that you can look for in your car. And I know now I can relate to it because I could hear like a strange noise. It wasn't like a hissing noise. It's like from the left side of the engine when you're standing from the front, so on the passenger side. So I'll try to capture that on video as well. But other than that, I think that would be another like a sign that for sure this is. So it seems like our suspicion was actually 100% correct. I just traced the vacuum hose, and it was literally like hanging in the air. I mean, I just pulled on it and it was just not even connected to the turbochargers. As you see here, it's all cracked, and I think it was just hanging loose. So we literally had no connection. So I'm gonna order a new one, and then we need to figure out how do we connect. All right, guys. So let me show you how you're gonna connect the hose, like the routing, and a couple of other important points. So if you see right here, this is I think the one end where you're gonna connect. This is like a junction here, so one end of the hose is gonna go here, and then you're gonna route it. There are a couple of these screws, that plastic that would just slide in to put the hose in place right here along with the air intake. See here? Okay, and then just follow this pipe right here. By the way, I put it right back. So I'm just gonna try to focus in on the spot. So if you can see that second spot, yeah, that's where it's gonna go in. Now if you want to try without removing this air intake pipe, I mean you can try, but I think it would be much easier if we can just loosen this clamp from that spot out of the box on one side, and then the second one right here. Let me show you this one. So if we loosen these, then we can remove the air intake pipe, okay, going into the turbo, and then it gives us much more space to work with basically, because we have to get at the back right there. Okay, that's where the slot is. That's where the hose is gonna go into. I think it's either the pressure sensor or the turbo actuator. It's one of those. So anyway, it goes, and that's the other end. That's the one that gets brake loose. Okay. But before you do that, two things. Obviously, you're gonna open this vacuum pipe from here. You'll squeeze open. This one is easy. Okay, first you're gonna loosen these clamps. Okay, okay, and then I think the most critical part is that this piece right here. If you haven't replaced it, recently, you are definitely going to break it because this becomes brittle over time. 100% you're going to break it when you try to open it. Either you, um, obviously you also need to remove these electrical connector, okay, from this pipe here. I think it's one of the vacuum pipes. So order a new one before you open it. That's for sure you're going to break it. So yeah, just a very important thing to remember, that otherwise you will probably wait a long time. So what I did was I called my dealership, and the hose was not in stock, and I had to get back on road. So what I did was, here, quick fix. I just used electrical tape on the end of the hose that was cracked, and I just gave it good couple of quick turns, and then I just squeezed the hose right back on, and that was pretty much it. I mean, so far it's been the second day and no problems. So it's up to you. I mean, if you want to give it a try first, that would be a quick, back on road. But eventually, I think everybody wants, peace of mind, and so that's fine. So yeah, I think this one is a good view now. See, let's track the pipe right here. That's the second one. So this is closer to like the passenger side. Okay, yeah, that's a nice view. So I hope, guys, that you can resolve if you are having this issue, and this video is helpful. Thank you very much.